got to go away.
When I wrote Stay Another Day, I was at home in Chewton Road in my little flat, and I had it playing for ages, and the chord progression was just looping. And I went and made some spaghetti on toast, and I came back about 20 minutes later, and I thought, well, that's strange because that hasn't annoyed me, just looping. So I thought, well, that's good because people will play it and not get bored and want to hear it again. So it was a cool chord progression to start with. And I was looking for a reason to write it, so I thought, well, I'm going to write about my brother's suicide, which was about 2 years earlier or something. So I'm going to look for that, and I'll put the song on the album. No one will know. It'll just be a little song, it'll never get released. And then I started playing it to people. I'd done the demo in August, it was July, it was hot, nothing to do with Christmas. And the record company came in and they was like, this is a Christmas #1.
Baby, if you got to go away, don't think
What I wanted to do was write a very vague song that covered a lot of people, so a lot of people could relate to, hopefully each line would grab someone differently. And I had the title in my head for quite a few months, and I always wanted to write a song, Stay Another Day. I just found it a lovely title. It was, you know, there's a beautiful story behind the title of a friend's father who passed away, and he came back and stayed for 24 hours, and I just thought that's such a lovely thing to write about. And you know, if you could have everyone just could stay for another day afterwards and stuff, how just, you know, it's quite a really strong thing to think about. So I always love that. I like titles, and that was a strong title for me.
Oh, don't leave me alone like this. Don't you say it's the fire.
I didn't want to write a story all the way through the verse. I just wanted to write sections. So I would write, basically I'd think, okay, what do I want to say to my brother? And I'd write something, so I'd write different sections and stuff. So it was difficult. It's a lot more difficult to perform as an emotional song, but I've learnt to cut off from it now after a while. But at the beginning it was crazy thinking, oh my God, this is that song that I was going to keep quiet on the album. And then it became the biggest hit of all the songs. And it's one that you have to perform every time you perform. It's like a big white elephant. It's a funny one, but I'm very proud, very humbled, and you know, that was a dream. And then I had to listen to the countdown of the radio to see where we was. They wouldn't give me the midweek, and so I listened to my own song, and it came in at #1, and I was like, this is unbelievable. It's like my childhood dream of when I used to listen to the radio. So that for me was probably one of the most wonderful moments of my career, when I was sitting like the kid I used to be, listening to the radio, and this time it came in, and this week's #1, and I was like, yes. And then it was next week's, and then next week's, and then next week's, and I was like, oops.